There's that. And we'll have the water there. 1, 2, 3, water. Oh. Think. Yep. All right. Then we'll use these to stockpile some animals. So what do we need for this? 449 wood. I mean, we could do that to go ahead and get a lot of cover coming. Let's go smart remove you. Now, hold on. Can we rename these? Let's see. Whoop. Square pasture. Oh. Okay. Then it's a little smarter. That. Whoop. Okay. Now. Room blueprint. Yeah. Now I gotta remember how to save them. Copy, room copier. All right. First time today. Oh, before I finish reading this, how's it going, Visa? Welcome. Try for the first time. How to increase my population at the very start. Two questions. Do you want to, first one that'll affect the first easy one. Are you trying to stick to one race, or do you really care, since a lot of races don't like each other? And then I can help a lot more once I figure out how, because that's kind of a big decision, because a lot of the races do not like each other, just period. Would you like to stick to one race, or like two races? Oop. While I get this figured out. Not particularly minded if it's mixed or not, but simplicity. All right, so we'll go one. Pick me a race if you don't mind, Vissy. What do you look at? Pick me one, anyone, the one you like. Because I know the majority of them. Well, minus the two down here that we can't start with. It's not. Those are on the world map. Tusk Boys, that was the... Those are Cretonians. All right, the hobbity kind of things of the bunch. Oh, bugs? Haha, Garthemi, that's my best race. So they like... Let me make sure. I know they like farming and whatnot. You can go in here and see what they like, who they don't like at any time for any race. But yeah, they like outdoors, and they like stone. Oh, they like wood. Okay. So you're gonna want to make sure you build wood buildings. I fix that. And the rest of this is whatever. Well, I just need to know their eating preferences. So they like fruits, veggies. That's easy. Okay. They'll eat anything. The first thing, whoop. And this is going to be a roundabout kind of thing. They like farming. So of course you want to get your farms up and run. Get you some, at least a fishery, if not two. They're not going to be great at it. They're going to be, but trust me, if you don't get the fishing up first, you're going to have issues from starvation. How's it going, Spectre? They like wood buildings, so whenever you come into anything, you know, whether it be home housing, come up to this button right here and it'll be a pull down, and this option here will be on 99% of the stuff you build. So, you know, I'm showing you house construction. I can show you the other is the fine. Make sure you're picking whatever race, you know, with them, they like wood, but you know, you can check the others. If you feel like mixing and matching it or switching races later, you can. That's not an issue. So, you know, mine's set to wood because these ladies, if I want stone, bam, this is now stone. So, and then, you know, get a little bit of housing, and you can just kind of throw stuff up willy-nilly at first until you find stuff you like. But get them at least a fishery set up at first, because you're not going to start with as many people as I did because of some of the bonus stuff I've unlocked. 1 second, hold that thought. I need you importing veggies, or is it fruit? Whatever. I think this is the fruit, and the cucumber looking thing is that. Oh, that's right. I got to pay for this. I forgot that got changed. All right, never mind. We'll deal with this in a bit. But you're going to want to get basic necessities up and just kind of wherever you're working around, just throw it down willy-nilly. They'll make it more, let's see, it's more like wandering people. Kinda. You want to get basic necessities down because this bar is going to fill up. And this is their happiness. The happier they are, they're going to want to stay, because you can get it. If they get upset, your people will start revolting and start tearing stuff up and not working. And little by little, they will leave your kingdom. So that's very important to get the buildings, the food, you know, until you get like something you're used to working with, like I am right here for late game. I've gotten to late game so much, I'm kind of used to this, where I'll throw in other stuff here later. But it will make them happy. This will fill up. The higher this is, the more likely other races over here, including the one you want, are going to want to come in. So, you know, your kingdom is happy, even if it's a small kingdom. Other people passing by is like, you know, that's a nice place you got there. I'd like to come over there. You're going to be like, oh, come on in. We got a little food for everybody, but that's okay. I got a little bit. So, you know, you want to do the stuff, even if you have to, like I said, throw it down willy-nilly until you're used to it. And then until you get, because not all races start with it. I think that got changed. Where is health? No. It's got its own title now, doesn't it? Procreation. You'll get whoever you start with. So like I started with a Tilipy, I get the Tilipy nurseries. Because you've got to have a certain amount of, you got to have 20 people to get this. Once you get this, they'll start birthing them babies out. But I'll show you on mine, but you know this is what you're looking at. Come to your you'll want to come to your population here, and this will help you see what you're lacking on. But you'll learn that, don't worry. This is one of those, there's a lot of stuff, just don't sweat it. People will help you get through. So you come to population. There would be numbers over here. You could click on them, because this number right here is how many you have of that race. But you can auto, it's like, hey, I want 100 people here. So I set my auto to 100. I don't have to worry about coming over here and clicking the aspiring immigrants to let them in. I've got it set up right now. If I'm not at 100 people, ship them in if somebody shows up and they want in. And you can do that with the kids too. Set a nice number in the nurseries, so that way you don't just start spitting them out like an alien queen. I fix that. I'm not using the Garthemi, so that joke doesn't really work at the moment. But yeah, keeping them happy will get more people wanting to can. Because it looks like with these, I've got I've got one immigrant here that wants to come in. And say they're not going to come in because I'm not letting them. So your first thing is like get them to 20. So that way you can get your nurseries up and running. And the nurseries will it'll be a building where it's like, hey, you need food and workers in there. And, it's literally a nursery. They will take, you're using them. They're probably going to take the apples, I think is their thing. Yeah, I think they take fruit. And it'll be so many workers, so many fruit, and they'll start birthing them. But you can still have immigrants too, along with that. But certain populations, let's take a look at yours. Immigrations, your plebeians don't care about this. Okay, so they don't really care if people are from your area or not. Yeah, and there should be like you can mouse over here. Like you don't have to come into this screen. Ever so often, if you don't have the auto up, you could just mouse over here and it'll tell you right here, immigrants or not. And you have two choices. If you double click on this picture here, however many immigrants there are, it's going to take everyone. So if there was 20 here and I double click, I'm going to get all 20. If you don't want 20 but want a few, you can come in here and into here and then be like, hey, if there's 20 here and I want 7, type in 7. It's not going to show because I can't. And then hit authorize. Those 7 will come in. The others will either get upset. Well, some will get upset that you didn't let them in, and they're going to leave, of course. The others will wait, and then that number will fluctuate again as the people that come in are like, oh, I'm hungry, it was a long trip, blah, 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 blah. And this happiness meter is going to fluctuate again. However, once you get your nurseries up and running, you're not going to have that issue because the kids do not affect this because they've been raised here, they've been fed here, they're good. So, and then it's just a balancing act of, well, I need more people, can I afford it? I've got so many here now, let's go ahead and bring them in. And kind of your carefulness is right here, your town thing, and it will show you right here. As you can mouse over any of them, as you go to each one, like I'm right here because I've got a population 62. Slaves don't count. Kids don't count. Keep that in mind. They'll show the numbers on the outside, but they're not going to count for this. You want equal to or more than 75 people. When you do, you'll be a Prontix, and this stuff right here will unlock. Basically the beginning of jailing, taking care of your people, and you can see what you're going to get each one here. And nobilities. And I think that kicks on there, right? Yeah. Because it kicks on where their stuff, their rooms are, and yeah, they like gems. That's not happening. And then, as you boost it up, you're going to want to get your research going. And then you get to play, what is my town slacking on the most? And this is where you're going to pick up the slack in here. I mean, you're going to want other stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like roads, I think basements and then roofs or second floors. Yeah. So that way you don't have to build as many housing. One housing can technically, you've got your one house here. You click on this, you upgrade this house. Well, technically this one house is now 2 housing because it's got a basement that can hold the same amount of people. You get this research. Oh, it's a 2-story. Now you got 3 floors that in one building once you upgrade. So this is new. What is that? Okay, so I don't remember this tech upgrade. I remember this one. Then I think the Garthemi, yeah, this is limited to, this is a Garthemi only research. I think they're the only one that has one like that. Because that's their specific food. And that's kind of locked behind their population. But yeah, the rest of this stuff will be split into new rooms, new buildings, which you'll definitely want to get this before you start conquering. But that's a long way out. If you even want to do that, you could play defensively. But yeah, do you need beer? Do you need the stuff resourced better because you're not making enough and you don't want to make more rooms because you're running out of map tiles? Do you need hospitals? Do you need water? Yeah, you're gonna need water. I'll go ahead and tell you that you're gonna need this section. This one is nice. But it's one of those things, if you have issues, you can also just hover over here and it'll give you a list of, like, what are they upset about? Yeah, less wrongful deaths. Yeah, that's my fault. I ran out of food. That's being fixed. Would look with pottery, yeah, more death and devastation. That's because they like combat. May I wish to take the belongings to Firecast. Well, I will will to fight for you my last breath. All right, so she's a little, she's not bad. But like I said, you can always come in here. Population, yeah, that's a drop. Services, yeah, I'm not getting much of this. And you can go into each race. Like, they like quality, they like, money. The more money you have, it's gonna make them happy. They're probably, let's see. Yeah. So your guys like torches. That will come because you're going to need refined metal for that. Flower beds and trees. They like those. They like rooms being round. They like harmony. They like lots of space. They like light. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry. The rations are kind of annoying to make. I'm lucky. The Garthemi and the Tilipus like meat. Humans like gems. These fish guys, they're the newest one. Or not fish, the lizard ones. Amphibious, they like fish. I'm not too sure. What do you two like? You don't care. You don't care. Yeah, gems, meat. Silithan ore for the Dondorians, which are kind of dwarfish. But yeah, you just come through here, and it's like, do you have enough hearths? No? It'll tell you 38% of the people are hitting the hearth that I have. So I might need more. Only 38% is hitting a speaker. I might need to build another speaker. And you're just going to play the balancing game. And can people reach what they need? And in access here, this here, clicking these up, I'm allowing this much furniture, wood, to go to their housing so they can make it. As you can see, this has access to the wood. This one doesn't. It'll start making their housing nicer, which will make them happier. And you don't have to go like these huge, massive rooms like I have here. You'll definitely want to start smaller. If you don't want to do round rooms, you just want to do squares. I mean, the freedom is up to you. They might like round rooms and you're giving them square rooms, or vice versa. If you keep them, your people, happy enough with the other stuff, you ain't got to worry about it. So there's the nice little bit of freedom in that. Well, I don't want to do this. It doesn't look good. Well, then don't do that. Just do more of something else to keep them happy. Or have enough guards that They want to get upset, let the guards just let them taste the back of their hand. Like, I'm going to slap the taste of fish out of your mouth. Shut up, get back to work. Because luckily the two races I've sort of liked, they both like indoctrination and not education, so.
Good news, everyone.
Uh-oh, and thank you for the follow. Oh, no problem. I'm glad to help. I've played this since it was a demo with just Dondorians that came down from the mountain, and they came down in mass amounts, and the whole point of the game was, well, since it was the demo, how long can you survive? But yeah, if you have questions, if I'm online, doesn't matter what I'm playing, whether it be this or anything else, if it's a game I know about, I'll be glad to help you. Just let me know. I always like helping people enjoy their games even more. Shoot, if I don't know, there might be somebody in chat that does. And if I don't know it, I might need to know it. Because if not, I guarantee I might nearly die to it too. All right, you have yourself a good night then, Vissy. Hope your beginnings of your town kingdom go well for you. How much more furniture are we missing? Maybe I should put a few more in here. I'm sure my ladies would like to take a dump pretty soon. Without freezing their butt cheeks off in the river. All right. Yay, we have one extra fish. Are y'all full? So you've got 15. All right, so we got the animals full. Next question. I really want them running. All right, so all right, I could go ahead. Oh, I know what I could do. We can go ahead and do this early too. Roads. So you're gonna go like this. For sure. That. And that. And that. All right. Cancel that. So we can go ahead and get these roads. Oh, we'll go ahead and get ready to start moving. Ooh, let's move the throne. And I hate this because I always forget which way it's supposed to look. All right, let's mock speed it. All right, we're going to flip it now. When they do move it, if I don't like it, we're good. Why aren't y'all oh, because I got too much. What is that? Is that wool? It looks like wool. Maybe I should have started with a field instead of an orchard just to get... But in all fairness, I didn't expect the only field of fruit to be on the other side of the river. Are we going to move the throne room? I kind of need that out of the way. I'll need to move that, but I could probably move that back into here. I guess. Then we put a road through here and I can get some more fisheries in here. I'll definitely probably, since I can't put too much right here, I could put guards and maintenance in here. Or, yeah, fish here. Water production here, to, or some to put water production here and shoot that down. In all fairness, not being Garthemi is making the early game much easier. But I do still prefer them. I need to inspect to see how much they've changed too. All right, y'all doing the thing? You're doing the thing. Turn that alert off. Go away. I don't want any slaves. Mach speed. All right, so it's facing the wrong direction. All right, so we want it. It doesn't really move. Oh, we'll just leave that as is for now. Structure. Let's see. Ceiling. Oh, well, to freeze, you dinguses. Good building. Oh my, stop that. Good building. Killing. Not used to doing it this way because I'm used to being underground. Jobs, wooden building, room. All right, let's just see how this. That'll open up. Where do I put existing structure into this type? And I'm so confused what I've just done.